The lineup for this season has been phenomenal to say the least. We've got heavy hitters like Witch Hat Atelier, Demons of the Shadow Realm, and ReZero, and there's also some low-key series. But with that being said, you know I'm here to talk about a romance series. Gals Can Be Kind to Otaku. It's the biggest surprise of the season, for me personally. It always looked good and I was definitely interested, but it has surpassed my expectations in every way possible. As a romance anime savant myself, I've got some pretty strong opinions on the genre. I'm sure everyone thinks that their takes are the best, but I genuinely believe that mine are up there. If you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do. Gals Can Be Kind to Otaku is a pretty simple series on the surface. It follows Takuya Seo, a straight-up otaku who is obsessed with a series called Glittermon. He's very passionate and open about what he likes, which is cool. He's an introvert and doesn't say much in class, but if someone asks him about his hobbies, he won't deny them. He doesn't really have many friends, but that is where our two main female leads come in. First, let's talk about Cottoicoi. She's your typical gal. She's tanned, her fashion is a 10 out of 10. She's a bit louder and more eye-catching than the rest of the class, of course. She sits right in front of Seo, so they have plenty of opportunities to interact. It usually starts with her borrowing his eraser, and their relationship grows from there. It's simple, but it's handled flawlessly. There's one wholesome moment where he forgets his textbook. Instead of the gals making fun of him trope that you'd like to see in other shows, she tells the teacher she forgot her book, so that they can share his, which was actually her book, right? Also, despite the stereotype, she's actually super smart. Probably top of the class if I remember correctly. And there was also one other moment. I'm talking out of order because I'm just talking from memory at this point. I apologize. She was listening to him talk about Glittermon and he was going on an absolute tangent, talking about a series that he really likes, right? Which I'm sure that we've all done this before. And he thought in his mind, wow, I can't believe I just went out like this. I wonder if she thinks I'm weird now. And she just smiled and looked at him and says, "It's okay, you can slow down. I promise you I'm listening." And that moment, it made me feel good, bro. I was happy. For some reason, that was just fire to me. Then we have Kamina. She's the quieter, cool girl, but that only makes her more popular to me. She's tall, eye-catching, and everyone thinks she could be a model. What I love about her is how she interacts with Seo. After hearing him talk about Glittermon, she actually corrects him on the lore. He's shocked that she actually knows her stuff. Early on, she acts all scary and claims she only knows it because of her little sister, but as the episodes go on, she drops the act a little bit, but she still does it, and she's not as scary as she was. Seo doesn't feel like he's in danger for his life anymore when they talk, so that's good. This anime doesn't have a grand plot yet, and honestly, it doesn't need one. It's just fun, everyday stuff, school life, sports festivals, karaoke, and shopping. Not every anime needs a world-ending threat going on. Sometimes we can just get a nice, fun watch, and the animation in this is crazy for a simple romance series as this. What this series does best, though, better than almost any romance that I've seen, is make both of the girls equal. The only other series that pulled this off for me was the quintessential quintuplets with Miku and Nino, but there's a difference here. I actually wouldn't mind a quote-unquote harem ending, because I usually hate that. I think it's lazy writing when an author chickens out, but for this story, both girls feel perfect for him. And why Seo? I can already see the comments saying I don't see why they like Seo so much, but look, it makes sense to me. These girls get hit on constantly by guys who only see them as eye candy, basically. Seo doesn't do that. He thinks they're cute and beautiful, of course, but he treats them like normal people. He's a great listener and just wants to share his interests. He's genuinely himself around them, and I think that's refreshing for them, and it's part of why they like him. They both definitely like him at this point, though, and of course he has no idea. Typical anime protag stuff. So if you ask me who's winning, your mind tells you that they're even, but I think Amine may have shown a bit more, personally. Her sister called him her boyfriend, and she invited him over to her house, bro. Then you look at the sports festival, everyone calls Amine a cold player who never smiles, but when Seo cheered for her, she gave him the biggest smile ever. So many people called for her during this game, but when he did, she was cheesing, bro. On the other hand, though, Ijichi was the first to invite him on a date, and she did a TikTok couple dance with him, bro. And we even saw her embarrassed when they bumped into each other at the supermarket while she was in normal clothes, without makeup. And she also had an indirect kiss with him in the latest episode, and she was embarrassed for that. Now for my closing thoughts about this series, bro. The author is doing an amazing job keeping things even. They don't want the audience to pick a side yet, I believe. I think it's being set up for a double win ending, and I think it'll be valid. It's an amazing series, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. And I know this series has been getting a lot of traction as of late. I finally decided to make a video on it because I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class, and that is a great romance anime going on this season as well. If you want to watch that video, just watch it after this one. Thank you guys for watching. I guess I'll see you in the next one.